In this video, I am going to continue session to create and edit tables using Wizard and SQL commands. Now, in this, the first one is launching OpenOffice Base. Actually, in Chapter 3, Relational Database Management System, we are going to use OpenOffice Base RDBMS software. So, actually, there are two methods to launch or start OpenOffice Base in the computer system. First one is we will use start button, and the second one is by using the shortcut icon of the OpenOffice also we can launch or start OpenOffice Base in our computer system. So I am going to show you both the two methods one by one. So first one is by using the start button, how can we launch or start OpenOffice Base. So first of all, just click on the start button, and thereafter here we are getting list of all the programs those are installed in our computer system. So here as we scroll down we will get OpenOffice 4.1.7. So just click on this drop down arrow, and here we are getting all the components of OpenOffice such as OpenOffice Calc, OpenOffice Draw, Impress, Base. So as we are going to start here OpenOffice Base, so just click on it, and thereafter we will get one window, and here database wizard window we are getting, and by using this database wizard window we can create new database. So this is the one way or the first method to launch or start OpenOffice Base in the computer system. Now second method is, if shortcut icon of OpenOffice is there on the screen, then by using that also we can launch or start OpenOffice Base. So here you can see that OpenOffice shortcut icon is available on my desktop. So I am just clicking twice on it, and thereafter here I am getting OpenOffice window, and in this OpenOffice window I am getting all the components of OpenOffice, and as I have to start OpenOffice Base, and this is database program, so I have to click twice on the database option, and here I am getting the same database wizard, and by using this database wizard window I have to create the new database. So these are the two ways, and by using one of these two ways we can launch or start OpenOffice Base RDBMS software in our computer system. Now thereafter the next is, how can we create a new database? So whenever we have some data and we want to store that data in the database, so first of all we have to create database, and thereafter in the database we will create table, and then in the table we will store the data. So first of all, whenever we are storing the data we have to create database. So how to create a new database in OpenOffice Base? So those steps now you will see one by one. So I'm just again moving to the same wizard window. So here we are getting database wizard window, and in the database wizard window, as you can see in the left hand side, two steps are there. Step 1 select database, and step 2 is save and proceed. So here first one is select database. So here in the select database step you can see three options are there. First is create a new database, second one is open an existing database, and third one is connect to an existing database. So here as we are going to create new database, so that's why we have to opt the first option. But if database is already there in the computer and we want to open it, then we have to opt the second option, and thereafter by using open option we can select the database, and thereafter we can click on this open option, and thereafter we can open the existing database. So second option we are just using to open an existing database that is already there in the computer, and third one is by using this option we can open database of other RDBMS software also. For example, here when I am clicking on this drop down arrow I am getting list of other RDBMS programs such as Oracle, JDBC, Microsoft Access 2007. So here by using the third option we can open database of other RDBMS softwares also. So in this way, here in the first step we have three options. First one is we can create new database, second by using the second option we can open an existing database, and third one by using this option we can open database that is developed by using other application or other RDBMS software. So here first option, create a new database, and thereafter we have to click on this next option, and here in the next option first is, do you want the wizard to register the database in OpenOffice? So here we have to click on this yes option, and second one is, after the database file has been saved, what do you want to do? So as we have to open it, so that's why just check the first checkbox, and thereafter click on the finish option, and here now just give name to this database. So I am giving name as student details, and just select the location. So as I want to save my this database on the desktop, so desktop the location is selected, and thereafter save option. and after the save option, here our database will get open. So here now you can see that our student details database got open. So this is the way to create a new database in OpenOffice Base. Now when I'm moving to the desktop, so there also you can see I will get student details database icon there. So here now you can see that student details database is now available, and by you clicking twice on it also we can directly access this database. Now thereafter next is how can we create table in design view. So I have already told you that first of all, whenever we are going to store or save our data in the database, so first of all we have to create the database, and after creating the database we have to create table also, and thereafter in the table actually we are storing our data. So here the next is how can we create table in the design view of the OpenOffice Base. So actually my task is what, that this is a format of the table, and as per this format of the table I have to create one table in already created database. In the first column you can see all the field name or column labels or names are there: name, roll number, DOB, class, phone, email, color and location. So these all are the columns, those I have to mention in my table. And thereafter in the next column data type of each one is also given, that name column data type must be varchar, roll number data type must be dynamite. In the second column we are getting data type of each column, and thereafter in the third column we are getting length of each column also. This means what, that in the first case as you can see, in case of the name column data type we have to select as a varchar, and length we have to mention 50. This means maximum 50 characters we can enter in this column one cell, or in this column each cell. So that is the meaning of this length here. So now one by one I will mention all the columns in the table. So now I'm just going to create one table in the design view, or by using design view of the OpenOffice Base. So here first is whenever you want to create a new table, so just select the first option, that is tables, that we are getting in the left hand side, and thereafter as we are going to create here table in design view, so that's why in the task area we have to select the first option, create table in design view. So just click single time on it, and thereafter we will get here this format, and this in this format actually we are going to mention all the fields of our table. So first field label is name, so I'm mentioning here name. Thereafter next one is the field type, so here we have to mention the data type, and data type is what, varchar, so we have to select varchar data type from this list. And the third column, there we are getting length of this field also as 50 characters. So here you can see field properties we are getting, and in the field properties we have to mention length as 50. So in this way one by one we will mention each field name in the first column, then its data type in the second column, and in the field properties we will mention its length also. So here I mentioned details of the first column. Now moving to the slide just to get the details of the second column. So second column is roll number, and its data type is tiny8, and its length is 3. So roll number, data type is tiny8, and its length is 3. So here we have mentioned second column name, data type as well as length also. Now third column details, DOB is a third column, its data type is date, and its date format is DDMMY. So third column is DOB, its data type is date, so I have to select date data type from this list, selected, and format is DDMMYY. So we have to select format from this format option, 3 dots we are getting, so just click on these 3 dots, and thereafter here we will get format window, and by using that format window we will mention format of the date. So here we are getting field format window, and as date format we want DD, MM and YY. So for that we have to select this third option, 311299, and thereafter I'm clicking on this OK option. So here third column name, data type as well as its format also I have mentioned. Now next column is class, its data type is char, and its length is 1. So next is class, its data type is char, and its length is 1. Now after this next is phone, integer 10. So next is phone, data type is integer, and its length is 10 by default also. Now thereafter next field details. So next field is email, varchar is a data type, and length is 75. So email, data type is varchar, and its length is 75. Now thereafter, next one is color, data type varchar and length is 15. So color, data type is varchar only and length is 15. Now thereafter, next field details, field name, location, data type is varchar and length is 30. So location, data type is varchar and length is 30. So here you have seen that in the field name column we have to mention all the fields or attributes or columns those we want in our table. Then in the field type column we have to mention data type of each field, and thereafter in the field properties area we can mention length of each column and length that we are providing. So maximum those number of characters we can enter, more than that is not possible. So for example, in case of the color field, its data type is varchar, so this means we are able to enter alphabets, numbers and special characters all, and as the length is 15, so this means maximum 15 characters we can enter in each cell of this color field. So here we have mentioned all the details of fields those we want in our table. Now after doing this everything, one field or column we have to mention here as the primary key also, and primary key column we have to select in such way that that field is always going to contain value whenever we are entering new record, and the second one is that same value we cannot enter in the primary key column. So here as roll number will be unique of each student, and the second one, whenever we are doing entry of the student, obviously that is student roll number we can enter, and we will be with the student roll number details also. So that's why roll number column here I am selecting as the primary key. Now how can we mention one field as the primary key? So for that, just click on the box that we are getting in the left side of the field name, and thereafter right click, and in the right click this list we are getting, and here last option is primary key. So just click on this primary key option, and now here roll number column we have set as the primary key. So whenever we are doing entry of a new student, we have to provide his roll number, and the second one, same roll number we cannot enter again in this roll number column or field. Now after doing all this, we have to save our table, and for that just click on this save option. So when I am clicking on this save option, here I am getting save as window, and here we have to provide name to our table, and I am giving name to this table as a student class 10, and thereafter OK. So here table I have created with these many columns, and name of the table is students class 10. Now thereafter I have to go back just to do entry in the table. So for that just click on this file option, and here we have to click on this close, and here we are getting in the tables area this student class 10 table, and just click twice on it, and thereafter our table will get open here for the data entry. So I'm just clicking twice on it, and thereafter here now you can see my table got open, and I'm just doing entry of the students. So for example, first student is Arun, roll number is 20, DOB is 12, 05, 19, 99. So now DOB has come in its actual format, that is DDMMYY, and thereafter class is 10, so I'm writing here 10, and thereafter phone is, and thereafter email ID, thereafter color and location. So here you can see I have provided all the details of the first student, and thereafter now I can provide details of the second student also. So here just click on the first cell of the second row, and thereafter we can provide here details in the same manner of the second students also. So in this way, one by one we can provide details of all the students whose data we have and we want to store in the database. So here you have seen that how can we launch OpenOffice Base in our computer system, thereafter how can we create a new database, then how can we create a new table in the created database, and thereafter how can we do data entry in the created table. So here this video I am going to end, and remaining part of the session 2 will be covered in the next video. So this video I am going to end it.